No Name Basin project kind of first started back in 2011 when we put together our last master development plan. Some of our predecessors put together this idea to add some terrain on the west side of the divide. And we've just kind of been working up, growing the business to a point where we could have all the necessary infrastructure on the front side of the mountain to push forward with a new lift and some terrain on the backside.
The thing that's going to be great about No Name is that it's really going to enhance what we already have and what people love about Monarch. This has been something that's been talked about for 20 years. And so to see it actually come together is just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome that SkyTrac's building our lift just because we have such a special relationship with them. You know, we were their very first customer back in 2010 when they built the Garfield bottom drive terminal, and just kind of helped get that company started. And now we're installing our first all new lift since 1999. And who else are we going to call but SkyTrac?
There's a lot of people for everything to all come together even before we show up. We're only here for a short time, but you're trying to get this massive project done.
Really, this project has been so driven through kind of the history and the culture at Monarch. Rich Moorhead, George Cowherd, Randy Stroud, Scott Presley, Zach Moore, Malcolm Wilbur. We all came up through Monarch, we all grew up here, and we've watched the mountain evolve. We've all been here for a long time, and it's been great having Chris Haggerty come in here at the end and help drive it through to the finish line. To bring that continuity all the way through to today is really incredible.
If you're considering all the work that Monarch has done to even prep for this, you know, they've had the logging crew that's come in and done a lot of logging. They've got Lowry Construction cutting the brand new road in. You know, they've got Terra Firma up here cleaning up, and then their personal, they have their ski patrol guys who during the summer become more of a like maintenance type crew on the hill. So we're building towers, we're putting together cross arms, those get flown in. And then we're doing the high tension rigging for the haul rope and doing the splice. And then we assemble every chair piece by piece in the parking lot. And then from that point, it's hanging chairs and doing load tests. And then by the end of 6 months, you have a chairlift.
I do think we're staying true to our roots from the early days of opening Monarch in 1939. It's going to be different from all of our other lifts because all of our other aerial lifts have the motor at the bottom of the lift. Tamichi lift has the motor room at the top. So as you ski down, you get to the bottom, it's just the return terminal down there. So you got no motor running. It's just nice and quiet. You're looking out on the western slope down into the Gunnison Valley. And you don't see the highway like you do on the front side of the mountain, and it's just a totally different experience, and people are going to dig it.
When you get back there, it's really so much bigger than what anyone really ever thought. Some really beautiful long cruiser runs, more vertical than any lift that we have. It's like equivalent to the top of Pano down to the bottom of Garfield. And then on top of it, there's just some massive tree islands, right? When you consider on the front side, we've got 60 some odd trails. And with those 60 some odd trails on 769 acres. Now we're adding 50% more terrain on a dozen trails.
The vibe at Monarch is just that fixed grip ride. You know, there's just something about it. Life kind of slows down. You get a chance to chat with your neighbor and enjoy the scenery and hear all the whooping from the forest out there with people having fun.
We are all about the culture and the vibe here. So we really want to hold true to what we have been for the past 85, 90 years.